What's up, Bears fans? Big news just dropped regarding our training camp schedule, and you need to pay close attention if you want to catch the squad in action this summer. The team officially announced 10 open practice dates, but securing your spot is going to be a massive challenge with the new ticket system. There's a lot to break down regarding how you can actually get to Halas Hall and why some traditions might be changing for good. You don't want to miss these details, so hit that subscribe button right now to stay updated on everything Bears every single day. The Chicago Bears are gearing up for the 2026 training camp, and for fans eager to see the squad in action, the organization has officially confirmed that 10 practice sessions will be open to the general public. Securing a spot will be a fast-paced endeavor, as free tickets are set to be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis starting July 8th at 10 a.m., exclusively through Ticketmaster. This marks an important development for the fan base, representing an increase of one public practice compared to the previous year's schedule. While the logistics of attending these sessions at Halas Hall involve specific travel requirements, including parking at Hawthorne Off-Town Line Road in Vernon Hills, followed by a mandatory shuttle bus ride for ticket holders, the opportunity to get an up-close look at the roster remains a high priority for many. With the full squad reporting for camp on July 28th and rookies arriving on July 25th, the anticipation is building. The first public-facing practice is slated for July 31st, providing the initial glimpse of the team as they prepare for the upcoming challenges of the season. Although the exact practice times for these 10 dates have not yet been released, fans are already marking their calendars. The scheduled public dates include July 31st, August 1st, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 13, 18, and 25. As we look ahead to these dates, the focus remains on how the roster takes shape during these critical evaluation periods. It is a time for the organization to refine its strategy, and for the fans, it is the classic ritual of summer football. Supporters of the Bears know that showing up is part of the culture, and getting ready to bear down is the primary objective for every dedicated follower. Beyond the standard sessions, the 2026 training camp schedule includes specific designated days aimed at engaging different segments of the community. August 1st is dedicated to Kids Day, August 8th will celebrate women and girls in sports, and August 9 is officially labeled as Vamos Bears Day. These thematic days offer unique ways for the fan base to connect with the team, though the experience remains distinct from the historical training camps held in Bourbonnais or Platteville. During those eras, the Bears frequently drew crowds of 10,000 or more fans per day, whereas the current operations at Halas Hall are significantly more restricted. With limited seating and restricted access points for autographs, attendance is generally capped at around 1,500 fans per session. This change in scale has fundamentally altered the training camp experience since the move back to Halas Hall following the pandemic in 2020. Despite the smaller capacity, the setup continues to include autograph sessions, appearances by the mascot, and souvenir stands near the entrance to ensure families have a meaningful experience. The lack of parking at Halas Hall further necessitates the shuttle system, which requires every attendee to present their digital ticket. This logistical framework is the reality of the current camp environment, and it requires careful planning for those who wish to attend. While the nostalgia for the larger, festival-like atmosphere of past locations persists, the team continues to facilitate these 10 open sessions to allow as many supporters as possible to witness the preparation process. Balancing these logistics with the desire to maintain fan engagement is a constant factor in the organization's planning. As July 8th approaches, the race for tickets will determine who gets to see the action unfold on the practice fields this coming August. Why does this matter right now for the team? The structure of the 2026 training camp is critical because these practices serve as the primary window for the coaching staff to evaluate player development before the intensity of the regular season begins. With only 10 public sessions available, every moment on the field is an opportunity for the players to demonstrate their roles and chemistry. The absence of a traditional family fest at Soldier Field this year is a notable departure from previous seasons, reflecting the team's ongoing transition and their future plans to leave the venue once a stadium deal is finalized in Indiana or the suburbs. For the team, the priority is clearly the on-field execution, especially with the lone home preseason game against the Browns scheduled for August 15th at noon. The camp schedule also incorporates 2 crucial joint road practices, set for August 20 at Cincinnati and August 27 at Tennessee. These joint sessions are vital for testing the roster against outside competition prior to their respective Saturday preseason games. By focusing on these high-stakes developmental days, the coaching staff is prioritizing efficiency and preparation. The limited access for fans at Halas Hall underlines that this camp is strictly focused on preparation and roster assessment. Players are working through installation periods and positional battles during these 10 public windows, and the lack of a large-scale public event at Soldier Field suggests a shift in operational focus. For the supporters, understanding these constraints is essential to managing expectations. Every practice session, from the rookie's arrival on July 25th to the final public date on August 25th, represents a building block for the team's performance, making the scarcity of tickets a reflection of the team's internal focus on strictly football-related outcomes. The logistical reality of the 2026 training camp requires fans to be proactive. Because the organization has not yet issued the specific start times for the 10 public sessions, the planning phase for those hoping to attend remains somewhat incomplete. This lack of scheduling information can be a hurdle for families looking to coordinate their trips to Vernon Hills and the subsequent shuttle services. However, the requirement to have a ticket to board the shuttle ensures a controlled flow of traffic, which is a necessary step given the lack of on-site parking at Halas Hall. Beyond the public sessions, there are 2 additional dates set aside for invite-only groups to view practice, further limiting the overall number of spectators allowed on site throughout the summer. The transition from the massive crowds of the Bourbonnais era to the intimate setting at Halas Hall has been a long-term adjustment for the fan base. While the current setup is certainly more exclusive, the inclusion of special event days shows a continued effort to keep the experience relevant for different fan demographics. The decision to forgo the Family Fest at Soldier Field is perhaps the most significant logistical pivot of the 2026 schedule, highlighting that the team is preparing for a new era regardless of where they eventually play their games. Fans must adapt to the reality that camp is now a smaller, more disciplined affair designed primarily for the players and coaching staff to lock in. Despite the changes in venue and the reduction in total public attendance compared to historical highs, the 10 public sessions remain the best chance for the community to see the team in person. Being prepared for the Ticketmaster rollout on July 8th is the only way to ensure access. As the summer progresses, the focus of the Bears will be squarely on the transition from the classroom to the field. The arrival of rookies on July 25th sets the stage for the full squad to report on July 28th, followed immediately by the shift into full team practices. This timeline is tight, and the team's management of these dates is calculated to maximize every available hour before the start of the preseason. The joint practices in Cincinnati on August 20th and Tennessee on August 27 are clearly designed to simulate the intensity of the regular season, providing the players with meaningful reps against diverse schemes. For the fans who managed to secure one of the coveted spots for the 10 open public sessions, the experience will be a brief but impactful look at the team's progress. From the first practice on July 31st to the final scheduled open session on August 25th, the organization is looking for growth and consistency. The absence of a large public-facing Family Fest at Soldier Field reinforces that the team's current operational mindset is entirely focused on the mechanics of their preparation at Halas Hall. For those who can navigate the shuttle system and the ticket distribution process, the reward is an inside look at the 2026 squad as they prepare to face the competition. It is a summer of change, both in the team's logistical planning and their eventual future home. Yet, the core mission of the training camp remains identical to what it has always been: getting the team ready for the season ahead. Fans are encouraged to stay tuned to the latest updates regarding official practice times as they become available. Keep following for more updates as the team prepares to bear down throughout this critical summer training period.